What if I told you that the pain you keep trying to escape, that deep, silent ache that hits you when no one is around, is not there to destroy you, but to deliver you? What if that pain, that fear, that rejection, that betrayal was never your enemy, but the key that opens the gate to your greatness? Would you still run? Would you still hide behind comfort? Would you still say, maybe later? Or would you stand up and walk into the fire like a man? The divine design of struggle. Listen carefully. This life, this world, was never meant to be easy. And you, man, you were never meant to be soft. You were built by a divine hand, not to chase approval, not to bow to fear, but to stand tall in storms, to carry weight, to walk through pain and not break. You were designed to endure, to overcome, to transform pain into power, to turn wounds into wisdom, to turn suffering into strength. But how can that happen if you keep running every time it hurts? The lie of comfort and the trap of escape. The world has told you a lie. It whispers, run from pain. Choose the easy road. Just be happy. Just stay safe. But brother, that is how kings die in silence. That is how warriors turn into cowards. That is how strong men become ghosts in their own lives. Let me say this clear. Comfort is not peace. Hiding is not healing. And avoiding pain is not victory. It's defeat in disguise. Pain is not your enemy. It's your invitation. You think the pain is your punishment. You think the struggle means you're doing something wrong. The pain is the proof that you're being called up. It's the divine knocking at your door saying, come higher, come deeper, come meet the man you were born to become. Pain is not the end. Pain is the beginning. Look to the greats. They walked through fire too. Was Socrates loved for his ideas? No, they made him drink poison for speaking truth. But did he beg? Did he cry? Number. He stood with courage and faced death like a man with a purpose. Was Roosevelt handed strength? No. He fought sickness, weakness, and fear from the time he was a boy. But he refused to quit. He refused to run. And because of that, he changed the face of a nation. Did Edison stop after 1,000 failures? Number, he saw pain as a step forward. He saw failure as a lesson. And because he walked through the pain, we have light today. These men, they didn't run from the fire. They walked through it. And they came out stronger, clearer, brighter. Now ask yourself, will you be the man who runs or the man who rises? The fire is holy, and you were made for it. Every tear, every failure, every time you were left, betrayed, doubted was not the end of your story. It was the forge shaping you, like steel in flame, like gold in heat. You were never meant to stay soft. You were meant to become unstoppable, but only if you stop fighting the pain and start following it, because the fire does not come to destroy you. It comes to reveal you. The choice, stay broken or break through. Now you stand at a crossroads. Two paths lie before you. One is easy, warm, comfortable. It will give you pleasure for a while, but then it will rob your strength. It will steal your time, and you will die with regret in your chest. The other path is hard. It's steep, cold, and yes, it will hurt, but it will build you. It will free you. It will awaken the king within you. That pain you feel, that's the door. Walk through it and meet the real you. What if your tears are a map? What if every tear you cried was not weakness, but a message? What if the very place you were broken is the same place your power was born? You see, pain doesn't just show up. It arrives like a prophet, a wild, roaring lion, to tell you something about yourself that you were too scared to face. And now, it's time to stop running and start listening. You've been lied to about strength. They told you to smile, to man up, to pretend it doesn't hurt. They told you pain makes you weak. But that's a lie for the lazy. That's a lie built to keep men soft, quiet, and small. Let me tell you the truth. Pain makes you honest. It strips away your pride. It rips off your mask and shows you the man hiding underneath. True strength isn't hiding the pain. It's walking through it with your eyes open. The road to glory is marked with scars. Want to be a man of purpose, want to lead, want to become the kind of man others trust, then know this: the road to glory is never clean. It's muddy, bloody. It will take from you, but only the things you no longer need. Carnegie didn't rise by staying in bed. He woke up in pain. He faced enemies. He built an empire because he refused to bow to the storm. You want a crown? Then earn it. You want peace? Then fight for it. You want freedom? Then walk straight into what scares you. Fear is not a wall, it's a mirror. That fear you feel deep in your chest. It's not trying to stop you. It's trying to show you. It shows you where you're not free. It shows you where you've been holding back. It shows you where the next version of you is waiting. But most men, they see fear and run the other way. And that's why they stay the same, but not you. You came to break chains. You came to shatter limits. You came to wake up the warrior that's been buried under comfort. Pain is a portal to discipline. Let me speak to your soul now. Discipline is not built in happy moments. It's built in the fight. It's built when you don't want to move, but you do it anyway. That's what makes a man powerful. Not talent, not muscles, not words, but the ability to do the hard thing when everything in you says quit. That's where kings are born, in the quiet, in the lonely, in the pain. You're not breaking, you're breaking through. Right now, some of you feel like everything's falling apart, but hear me loud and clear. You're not falling apart. You're breaking open. The old version of you is dying. The weak version, the fearful version, the fake version. And what's rising in its place? A man with fire in his chest. A man with steel in his spine. A man who doesn't beg, doesn't chase, doesn't fold. This is your time. Own it. You've waited long enough. You've made excuses long enough. Now it's time to decide. Will you stay where it's safe? Or will you rise like the legends before you? Because the truth is, there's a world out there that only opens to men who walk through pain with purpose. Men like you, if you stop running. So I ask you again, what if the pain you're running from is the exact path that will set you free? And the next chapter, I will show you how to face the pain and become the man it's trying to create. Not just survive it, but master it. Not just feel it, but use it. The war isn't out there, it's in here, and it's time to win. What if comfort is the enemy in disguise? Let me ask you something bold. What if comfort is your real enemy? What if that warm bed, that easy choice, that lazy maybe tomorrow, is the true thief of your greatness? Because comfort doesn't come to help you, it comes to steal your fire. It whispers lies in your ear. You've done enough. You deserve a break. You're tired, it's okay to stop. But listen to me now. Comfort kills kings before they wear the crown. The greatest men were built in the cold. Think of Theodore Roosevelt. He didn't grow up soft. He battled sickness as a boy, but he didn't quit. He trained his body and sharpened his mind. Why? Because he knew a man is not made when it's easy. A man is made when it's brutal. Edison? He failed thousands of times. People laughed at him, but his pain gave him persistence, and that persistence lit up the world. You're standing in the same fire. Now it's your turn to decide. Will you let it forge you, or will you flee? Real men choose the mountain. Every man is offered two paths. The easy road, wide, smooth, full of comfort, or the steep mountain, narrow, cold, and lonely. But only one path leads to glory. The mountain hurts. You'll slip. You'll bleed. You'll question yourself. But every step, every gasp, every fall, it toughens your soul. It burns away weakness. It builds your voice of power. You don't climb the mountain to impress the world. You climb it so you can finally meet the man at the top. You, without fear, without chains, without lies. The world doesn't give respect. It demands strength. Let me tell you the hard truth. The world won't give you what you want, just because you ask nicely. The world is hard, so you must be harder. The world is loud, so you must be clearer. The world is cold, so you must be burning with purpose. You think respect is given to nice guys? Number. It's given to men who earn it. Men who bleed in silence. Men who don't wait to be chosen. Men who choose themselves and dare to keep moving. Your future is bleeding. Call it back. Right now your future is crying out. It's bleeding in the distance, waiting for you to stop pretending, waiting for you to stop postponing your power. Can't you feel it? That deep ache in your gut. That's not anxiety, that's your calling knocking on your soul's door. Answer it. Don't wait. Don't stall. Don't die with your purpose still locked inside you. Action is your escape, not talk. You can read all the books, watch all the videos, talk about your goals all day, but nothing will change until you move, until your hands shake, until your legs burn, until your breath shortens. And you keep going anyway. That's where the chains break. That's where the weak version of you dies. That's where the real man is born. You are dangerous when you decide to rise. There's a version of you the world isn't ready for. He's focused. He's fierce. He's unshakable. And he only wakes up when you walk into the fire with no backup plan, no exit, no excuses, just obedience to the voice inside that says, I was made for more than this. What if pain isn't the enemy, but the guide? Listen to me now. What if the pain you feel is not an attack? What if it's a signal, a map, a compass? You think pain comes to destroy you. Number pain is the teacher the weak avoid, but the chosen ones embrace. You've been asking for strength. You've been asking for power. You've been asking for something more. But every time pain knocks, you run. That stops now. Pain is where the power lives. You want to be powerful. You want that deep, unshakable presence. Then go through the pain. Not around it, not away from it. Through it. Because pain is where power hides. It's where Socrates found his wisdom. He chose hard questions over easy lies. He faced death instead of running from truth. That pain made him a legend. You don't need a new path. You need new eyes to see what the pain is trying to give you. Pain isn't punishment. It's preparation. The pain you feel is not punishment. It's preparation. Every heartbreak, it sharpens your heart. Every failure, it teaches your feet how to stand again. Every moment of loneliness, it turns your soul inward. Where the real power is. Without pain, you're soft. With pain, you become unbreakable. You want peace? Then first earn your battle scars. Pain separates the warriors from the wanderers. Most men, they live like ghosts. No fire, no purpose, no roar in their chest. Why? Because they avoid pain. But warriors know the truth. Pain isn't a curse. It's a test of heart, a test of focus, a test of spirit. You don't find out who you are in the good times. You find it out when everything hurts. And you stand anyway. The door to your power is locked from the inside. You've been looking outside for answers, books, coaches, videos, comfort. But hear me clearly. The key is already inside you. It's just buried, under fear, under comfort, under noise. And pain is the shovel. It digs through the false layers until the real you is finally free. Every great man walked through fire first. Don't envy the strong. Study them. Carnegie? He grew up in poverty. He faced hunger, mockery, and doubt. But he used pain to build, to rise, to conquer. Roosevelt lost his wife and mother on the same day, heart shattered. But what did he do? He went into the wilderness, alone, to wrestle the pain, to come back stronger. What about you? Will you run from the pain, or will you rise from it? The pain is a door. Open it. There is pain in your chest right now, in your memories, in your silence. That pain is not random. It's not there to make you suffer. It's there to wake you up. Wake you up to your power, your mission, your discipline, your truth. Stop numbing it. Stop hiding from it. Face it and walk through. Because on the other side of that pain is the man you're supposed to become. If you won't face the fire, you'll never forge the sword. What if the thing breaking you is actually the tool meant to build you? What if life isn't against you, but is daring you? The pain isn't here to ruin you. It's here to reveal you, to show you who you could be if you stopped running. The fire is not your enemy. The fire is your forge. Step in, get burned, and come out sharper than steel. Doing nothing is a slow death. Let me warn you. Most men choose comfort. Most men choose safety. Most men wait. And while they wait, their fire goes cold. They sit in jobs they hate. They stay in fake love. They scroll. They snack. They sleep. But their soul screams. Because doing nothing kills something inside. You were not born to drift. You were born to charge. Pain calls out the king in you. Pain isn't here to beat you. It's here to summon you. It dares you to stop thinking like a beggar and start walking like a king. A king doesn't cry when he's tired. A king rises. A king doesn't wait to be chosen. He chooses himself. The storm comes. The pain hits. And the king smiles because he knows. The pain is the process. The throne only belongs to those who bleed for it. Embrace discomfort. It's the path to freedom. Want real freedom? Then you must earn it through discomfort. Comfort is the cage. Pain is the key. Discomfort teaches discipline. Discipline brings strength, and strength creates freedom. Edison failed 1,000 times. 1,000! But the discomfort never stopped him. It drove him. Each failure was a fire, and fire builds legends. So, next time pain knocks, answer it. Invite it in, because your next level is hiding inside that burn. Your response to pain is your destiny. Here's the truth. Pain is not the problem. Your response is. When pain shows up, you have two choices. React like a slave, run, hide, make excuses. Respond like a warrior, breathe, face it, fight through it. This is the moment that separates boys from builders, talkers from doers, dreamers from dominators. What you do when it hurts decides who you become. Pain exposes the truth, then sets you free. Pain doesn't lie, it shows you what's real. It exposes your fake habits. It rips off the mask. It forces you to see your limits. Then dare to break them. Without pain, you'd stay asleep. You'd think small, act slow, live soft. But when pain comes, everything gets clear. You find out what matters. You hear the truth. You feel the hunger. And finally, you're awake. Stand up, straight back, open eyes, face the flame. No more waiting, no more numbing, no more hiding in comfort. This is your call to rise. You were not made for safe lives. You were made to carry weight, to build something bigger than yourself, to walk into fire with steady feet and say, "This pain will not break me, it will build me." So stand up, straighten your back, and walk toward the flame, because that's where your power lives. What if the thing that hurts you is meant to unlock you? Listen to me now. What if the pain you're running from is not a punishment, but a password? What if it's the secret code to your power? What if it's not there to break you, but to break open the prison you've built with fear? Most men avoid the pain, but the great men, they enter it. They walk straight into it. They say, "Let it come. I will not bow." Because pain, yes, pain, is how the warrior wakes up. You were never meant to stay comfortable. Look at nature, look at life. The eagle doesn't learn to fly from a soft nest. Its mother shoves it out. Why? Because greatness doesn't grow in a cushion. You want to grow wings, then get ready to fall, to hit the wind, to feel the fear and fly anyway. You want to live a soft life, stay safe, but don't you dare cry when your soul gets weak. You want a strong soul, then embrace the storm. It's the gym for your spirit. The world lies to you. Pain tells the truth. They told you to avoid pain, that it's bad, that it means something's wrong. Lies. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is the alarm clock of greatness. It wakes up the man who's been asleep. It exposes your fake friends. It reveals where your time is leaking. It shows you what needs to die, so the real you can be born. Every time pain knocks, it's a message. It's time to level up. Stop asking why me, and start asking what now. Weak men cry out, "Why me?" Strong men whisper, "What now?" Don't waste your pain on pity. Turn it into power. Pain gives you a choice. You can sink, or you can build a boat and cross the fire. You can whine, or you can win. You can stay small, or you can rise like Lincoln, like Roosevelt, like warriors who stood up while bleeding. Every scar you carry can become a story of strength. The fire builds your voice, your power, your legacy. Every great voice was forged in fire. Nelson Mandela, prison. Socrates, trial. Jesus, the cross. You want to be a leader? Then let the pain shape your voice. You want to be remembered? Then bleed with purpose. Speak from the storm. Build your legacy while the wind howls. You don't need approval. You need conviction. And pain will give you that, if you face it. Pain is the raw material of purpose. Purpose isn't found in books. It's not hiding in podcasts. It's inside the pain you keep avoiding. The moment you step into it and say, "This is mine to face," you take back your power. You stop being a boy, and you become a man who creates change. You stop reacting, and you start leading. Pain turns into clarity. Clarity turns into direction, and direction becomes destiny. You can turn pain into art, purpose, and legacy. Do you feel crushed? Good. That pressure is how diamonds are born. That burn in your soul, that's the beginning of your masterpiece. The song you write, the business you build, the legacy you carve into this world. It all starts with pain, not comfort, not applause. Pain. Don't waste it. Use it. Let it move you. Let it mold you. Let it launch you. The man who owns his pain owns his world. You want to lead? Start by leading yourself through the pain. You want to inspire others? Let them watch you rise while the world falls. Let your enemies see your scars and know you're still standing. Let the world say, "How is he still going?" And you say, "Because I turned my pain into power." On next chapter, we'll go deeper. You'll discover how to turn pain into discipline, into structure, into fuel that carries you through any storm. Because the man who learns to channel pain becomes unbreakable. What if your breakdown is actually your rebirth? Listen carefully, brother. What if the pain you're feeling right now isn't the end, but the beginning? What if this breaking is sacred? Because sometimes a man must be torn apart before he can be put back together right. This is not your downfall. This is your remaking. The world breaks weak men, but it builds warriors through fire. Every powerful man you admire, he was broken once, crushed, humiliated. Socrates was mocked. Roosevelt was paralyzed. Edison was told he was stupid. But did they run? Number. They let the fire burn the fear out of them. They let the pain forge the man. Pain, my brother, is not punishment. It is preparation. When everything falls apart, your true self is revealed. Who are you when the money's gone? When she walks away? When no one claps for you? That's when your real name is revealed. Not the name people call you, the name your spirit answers to. And only pain can uncover that. Only struggle can strip away the fake layers, until only the real you is left. You don't meet your higher self on the mountaintop. You meet him in the dirt, in the dark, when no one is watching, that's where your soul is carved into steel. Stop waiting to feel ready. Take the hit and move forward. Pain says, not yet. But purpose says, now. You won't always feel ready. You won't always feel brave. But the war still needs to be fought. Men don't become great by waiting. They become great by walking with fear, not away from it. So lace up your boots, feel the burn, and step into the fire. That fire is how you rise. Pain purges the weakness you can't see. You think you're strong? Wait until life crushes your ego, takes what you love, strips you down, then we'll see what's left. But this isn't cruelty, it's mercy, because pain burns off the lies. The lie that you need people's approval, the lie that comfort means safety, the lie that success is easy. What's left after the burning? Truth, strength, focus. Pain doesn't ruin you, it refines you. Transformation isn't pretty, but it's holy. Think of a caterpillar. It doesn't turn into a butterfly by relaxing. It melts itself. It becomes unrecognizable. It dies to what it was, so it can become what it's meant to be. You too must be willing to die to the old version of yourself. The lazy you, the scared you, the people-pleasing you. Let that man fall. So the warrior can rise. Every man has a deep calling, but few answer through pain. You feel it, don't you? That pull inside, that voice saying you were made for more. But the gate to that more is guarded by pain. That's why so few reach it, because pain is the price of purpose. But if you want that deep fire, that unshakable peace, that warrior calm, then you must walk through what other men avoid. You must stand in the pain and say, do your worst. I'm not backing down. What if your scars are actually crowns? Let me ask you something bold. What if the wounds on your soul, the things you try to hide, are not marks of failure, but signs of royalty? What if those scars you carry are proof that you didn't quit, that you stood your ground when others ran? Brother, the world teaches you to cover your pain, but the wise man, he wears it like armor. The scars on your heart, they're maps to your power. You see, every scar has a story, and every story has a lesson. The pain that crushed you, it taught you. The woman who walked away, she refined you. The dream that died, it rebirthed you. You didn't just survive it. You became someone through it. You became stronger, sharper, quieter, but not weaker, never weaker. Now when people look at you, they see the calm, but they don't see the storm you've walked through. And that silence you carry, that's not emptiness, that's depth. The man who walks through hell walks differently. You can always tell a man who's been through pain. He doesn't flinch, he doesn't chase, he doesn't beg, because he knows what he's made of now. There's a weight behind his words, a stillness in his eyes, a presence that can't be faked. Why? Because when he lost everything, he found himself. That's not something you can read in books. You earn that in the fire. Pain removes distractions and sharpens purpose. Do you know what pain really does? It makes things clear. No more pretending. No more fake friends. No more chasing people who don't see your value. Pain doesn't just hurt, it reveals. It shows you what truly matters. It pushes away everything fake and drags you back to your mission. When the smoke clears and you're standing there, alone, that's when the vision comes. That's when God whispers, "Now that I have your attention, walk with me." Your breakdown created space for a breakthrough. Sometimes God has to empty your hands so he can place something better in them. You thought you lost something important? Good. Now you're ready for something greater. That thing you thought was everything, it was only in the way. So now the door's open. The path is clear, and all the excuses are gone. This is where transformation begins. This is where your legend starts. Be still and let the pain turn you into a weapon. Stillness is not weakness. Stillness is strength under control. When you stop running, you finally face yourself. And when you face yourself, the mask comes off. The pretending dies, the real man wakes up. Be still, brother. Let the fire settle in your bones. Let the pain shape your soul. You're not broken, you're becoming. In next chapter, we will end with a final spiritual charge, a call to battle. We will awaken the warrior who has been silent for too long. You will see your scars as power. You will feel your pain as sacred. And you will rise, not just for yourself, but for the mission you were born to complete. What if this isn't the end, but your awakening? Brother, what if this moment right here, this pain, this storm, this confusion that's wrapped around your chest like chains, is not your punishment, but your permission? Permission to rise, to rebuild, to return to the man you were born to be. This isn't the end. This is your beginning. You were chosen for the fight others ran from. You were not made for ease. You were not made to fit in. You were not made to chase shallow comfort like the herd. You were called to walk alone. You were built to carry weight. You were chosen to step into fire and come out gold. Men like Roosevelt, Edison, Socrates, they did not live quiet, safe lives. They bled. They failed. They were mocked. They were alone. But they did not run, because they knew this truth. You don't find purpose on the mountaintop. You find it in the valley. The mission needs a man who won't break. Listen to me closely. There is a mission on your life. Yes, you. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are not small. The world needs your fire, your voice, your power. But it will never rise while you sit and sulk. You must move, not when it feels right, not when the fear is gone. Now, because the war is already happening, and warriors who wait die with regret. Stop asking for less pain, ask for more strength. Most men cry for life to be easier, but not you. You don't ask for smaller mountains. You ask for stronger legs. You don't beg for a lighter load. You ask for a stronger back. The pain isn't the enemy. It's the training ground. It's the forge. So every hit you've taken, good. Every door that closed, good. Every person who left, even better. That means you're ready. Ready to build again. The world doesn't respect talk, only action. Talk is cheap. Pain is real. So your words must be backed with steel. You don't prove strength by shouting. You prove it by standing tall when everything shakes, by choosing silence over drama, purpose over comfort, mission over emotions. Women feel this and men follow this, and the world honors this. The man who walks in pain but walks forward anyway, that man owns the room. Final charge. Rise like a lion, walk like a king. Brother, now is the time. The fear in your chest, let it fuel you. The pain in your past, let it sharpen you. The silence around you, let it steady you. This is your war, your calling, your rebirth. So rise like a lion, walk like a king, speak like a prophet. Because when you stop running from pain, you start running toward greatness, and the world will feel it. So now I ask you, will you keep hiding in comfort, or will you rise and become the man pain was trying to reveal all along? Your move